Newsflash, what's going on right now in the United States is unconstitutional. I don't know about the other countries around the world because I've only lived here, but in the United States, we're supposed to have a constitution which is supposed to protect our rights from government. Now, I understand there are arguments for, the fact that the Constitution, they don't go by the Constitution anyway. That's another topic, but this one's for the people that actually think the Constitution is legit. It actually still applies to us, and it's actually there protecting us. A lot of people think that the Constitution gives us rights. It doesn't give us rights. The founding document says that these are given to us by our Creator. So basically, they just kind of name off some of our rights, just to be clear about what the government cannot take away from us, period. And of those, the first Amendment, everyone knows it as freedom of speech. As you notice, it's more than that. It's, religion, but the important one I wanted to point out right now is the right of the people peacefully. It's a hard word, can't even say it because we don't say it anymore. The right of the people peaceably to assemble. The right to peaceful assembly, basically. To assemble peacefully is what they mean. What they mean by that is we are allowed to gather up in groups as long as we're peaceful. So all the spring breakers that are on the news getting all this backlash because they won't dare to be on the beach. Well, they have that right. And our government is there not to take away those rights in the time of crisis, but they are put in place to protect those rights. So if anyone tries to take away your right, the government is there to ensure that your rights are not infringed upon. And what do our founding fathers say about when a government turns on you and is violating your rights instead of protecting your rights? One of the most famous parts of the Declaration of Independence was written by Thomas Jefferson himself. Let me go ahead and read this to you. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. What that means is these rights can't be taken away. Inalienable means they can't take them away. That among these, now this means that there are lots of rights that are inalienable, but we're just going to name a few of them. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, I would say hanging out in groups larger than 10 could fall under pursuit of happiness. People like to go out to big concerts and stuff like that. In fact, that's one of the best things you can do is go places where there's more people, like Disneyland or whatever. Anyway, carry on. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men. Again, like I was saying, the government is there to secure these rights, not take them away whenever they feel necessary. I wasn't even actually planning on reading this, but then when I was going over the beginning of the part of the video, I realized I had to pull this up. Anyway, to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Did you consent to this? Did you consent to a lockdown? Did you consent to social distancing? They're creating laws where you can't hang out in groups anymore. Did you consent to that? Did you vote on it? Did they even ask us if we wanted to vote? No. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, which our government has, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. It is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Wow, that is a powerful paragraph. One of the most powerful paragraphs ever written. Now I say we institute a new government We abolish it and institute a new government based on voluntary transactions. Look up voluntaryism. Look up anarcho-capitalism. Start learning from organizations like the Mises Institute about the economist Ludwig von Mises. Mises. Just go to like Mises.org and start learning about these new ways that we could structure society in a way that doesn't involve government coercion. And whenever you give the power to the government to do this kind of stuff, it's just a matter of time before they use that power against you. Give me a thumbs up, you guys. Like, share, comment. Let us know what you think. But definitely share this because we need to realize what's really happening because our freedoms are being stripped away at unprecedented speeds and no one's talking about it. No one cares. See you guys in the next video.